right, Bulldog Nation. Tonight, the spotlight back on New Waverly. We're at home for the third consecutive Friday night, welcoming in the Warren Warriors for what promises to be a fiery showdown under Friday night lights here in East Texas. Last season, New Waverly traveled to Warren, absolutely dominated. They shut them out 31-0. That game wasn't a win. It was a statement a season ago. A statement that when the Bulldogs show up, they impose their will. Warren tried, but they never got off the mat. The result still echoes in both locker rooms tonight. This year, New Waverly comes in at 1-3. They are hungry to turn the corner. The losses early in the season have sharpened this squad. They've had to fight, claw, and learn, and now they've got that home field energy behind them. This is their stage. This is their house. And as always, this is their moment. Warren arrives tonight still searching for that first victory. They come in at 0-3. The Warriors bring effort and heart, but they're stepping into Bulldog territory tonight. It's a place where last year New Waverly set the tone, a place where rival hearts beat fast, but more importantly, where Bulldog pride runs just a little bit deeper. So to you in the stands, crank up the cheers, raise the voices. Maybe those of you that are far away tonight, listening from at home or from afar, let every opponent know what's coming. This is maroon and white territory. We're not just playing for a win tonight, friends. We're playing for respect, momentum, and identity. Tonight, New Waverly is ready to write the next chapter in this 2025 campaign. The Bulldogs are ready to bite. Let's go. From the piney woods of the Sam Houston National Forest to the rolling hills, fertile Blackland prairies, and landmarks in between, wherever you are tuning in tonight, this is New Waverly Bulldog football, where champions take the field. Well, once again, a pleasant good evening, everyone. Rob Pipp here, and we are in the Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. Just like a great team, a great treat requires quality and variety. That's what Three Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville brings to the table with their self-serve frozen yogurt and an array of delicious toppings. For a winning combination, visit Three Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville. So settle in for an East Texas showdown where Bulldogs football, it's not just a game, it's the heartbeat of our community. Go Bulldogs! Broadcast coverage this season is presented, as always, by Walker County Federal Credit Union. They're your full-service community credit union serving Walker County since 1957. Well, friends, again, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Do us a favor right off the bat. Comment in. Let us know that you're out there tonight. I'd love to chat with you. Normally we would have our Cabins and More of Texas pregame with Coach Schaub. Did not have a chance to catch up with him again this week. But I did have a chance to talk to Coach Aaron Compton. He's the assistant coach on this team. And Coach Compton gave me a few little pointers here tonight and said, I said, Coach, what's the scouting report? And he said, man, we're not looking at a real scouting report. We're just looking tonight at getting a win, keeping that momentum alive. This is a New Waverly team that is coming off of a victory just last week. They took care of business here on this home field versus Huntington 24-6. Coach Compton did tell me, though, that this Warren team, they've got just a little more oomph than the opponent, the Red Devils that we faced a week ago. And so don't expect this to be one of these that New Waverly's just going to run away with tonight. This Warren team is hungry for a win. They do come in at 0-3. The Bulldogs had their number last year in Warren, but tonight, as Warren travels here under the Friday night lights here in New Waverly, we should be set for a very good ball game here tonight. A couple of little nuggets, as I talked about earlier. New Waverly's 1-3 overall. Still no district play. That won't get started until tonight. So we're finally getting that underway here tonight. A very important matchup here as we do get underway in district play. New Waverly opened the season with a 39-7 loss at Teague back on August the 29th. Week 2, they fell to Orangefield on the road, 45-9. And then we came home for this 3-game stand. Week 3 brought a close home loss to Rocket. It was 20-11 to Crockett. And then the Bulldogs earning that first win of the season just a week ago as they defeated the Huntington Red Devils 24-6. Tonight's game against Warren is their final non-district matchup, so I beg your pardon on that. And then we will get into the district play. They'll begin district play on the road at Newton next week, and that is going to be a tough matchup. We already know about Newton and the powerhouse squad that is, but we're not looking at that tonight. What we're focused on tonight is this Warren team that is at hand. Other key district games include Anderson, Shiro, Woodville, Kuntz, and Trinity. Those are all underway tonight. We'll try to give you some scores at halftime And my apologies, I have not been doing a good job of that. But now as we get close to that district play, I'll start giving you some updates on where things are settling in here in 12-3A2. The Bulldogs playing again in 12-3A2. They finished the last 2 seasons with 4-7 records. They're looking to break through here in this 2025 campaign. In 4 games so far, points for New Waverly, 51, points against 110. So that means that they are allowing 110 points per game on defense. They're putting up 51 total through those 4 games. If you average them out, New Waverly's offense just under 13 points a game, a lot of that coming last week. And then they're giving up just over 27 points a game. So the average margin for New Waverly is 14.8. So tonight, hoping to turn those numbers around just like they did last week against Huntington. The Warren Warriors entering tonight 0-3 overall. The season opened with a lopsided loss at Hardin. They lost that one 48-0 in week 2. They dropped a tight game versus Elkhart 14-16. Then last week losing at Kirbyville 35-48. Tonight here in New Waverly for their final non-district game as well. And then after New Waverly, their district slates includes Woodville, Coons, Trinity, Newton, and Anderson Shiro. And so I'm sorry, Warren is in the district, so getting underway here tonight for that. Warren competes in 12-3A2 also, so this is a district matchup. I'm sorry, my brain's going 100 miles an hour so far tonight, so it is the opening of district play here. In 2024, Warren had a rough year. They went 1-9 overall. This program historically has had limited postseason success, relatively few playoff appearances, but don't ever look at those negative aspects of these teams. The Warriors are looking for a breakthrough win. They want to build momentum here tonight to open up district play. They're averaging 49 points of offense. They're allowing 112. Their average points, you break that down, 16.3, and then on defense allowing just over 37 per game. They are typically on the losing side of games, under 21 points. So again, district opening up here tonight. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. Do us a favor, text us and let us know that you're out there as we will continue the Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. New Waverly Bulldog football presented by Walker County Federal Credit Union on the Bulldog Broadcast Network continues after this. Hello, New Waverly Bulldogs football fans. Looking to beat the heat? Three Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville has got you covered. Located at 1524 11th Street in Huntsville, Three Spoons Yogurt is the proud supporter of your very own New Waverly Bulldogs. With a mouth-watering selection of flavors and a rainbow of toppings, Three Spoons Yogurt offers the perfect treat for any Bulldogs fan. Don't miss out on any of the frosty fun. Follow them on Facebook at Three Spoons Yogurt Huntsville TX for all the latest scoop. So when you're craving something cool, remember, the only thing cooler than the yogurt at Three Spoons is being a New Waverly Bulldogs fan.
Howdy, New Waverly fans. Are you ready for some Bulldog football? Robert Lindeman here with Hit Solutions Realty. Dreaming of a place that feels unmistakably yours? At Hit Solutions Realty, we bring you home. Our mission, to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find that perfect piece of property that whispers, welcome home, every time you step in. Whether you're diving into the market to buy or ready to pass on your cherished space, our expert team stands by your side, turning the process into a seamless journey. So, ready to make a move? Contact Hit Solutions Realty. Let's get the ball rolling and bring you closer to your dream home. At Hit Solutions, we recognize that every star should have its time to shine. In that spirit, Hit Solutions Realty is thrilled to back New Waverly football, wishing them a season as bright as the stars. For more information, visit HITTSS.com.
What will be the impact of the game? We're on top of it. Now, let's head back to Rob Hip.
I see New Waverly Bulldogs making the entrance in front of their fans right now. It is a packed house here at Bulldog Stadium. We are moments away from kickoff. We do want to welcome you back in here as we are about to get started tonight. 12 is already on the board. They'll flip the coins here in just a few moments. The Bulldogs tonight, well, they're wearing their gray. The gray with trimmed in white and maroon on the sleeves. That beautiful maroon NW Texas logo on the right side of the helmets, the numbers in white. They'll also have the gray pants as well. And as those players walk down there, you may get some of that visual as they're giving some of the fans high five. So they'll run out of the Bulldog inflatable here in just a few moments. Warren, the road team coming in, the visitor, they're in their white jerseys, kind of a bright orange number, Warren written across the front. The numbers are outlined in black. Thank you for that. Easy to see in those Under Armour uniforms. The matte black helmets with the metallic orange numbers and metallic orange stripe across the front. So they're about to run out here in just a few moments. We'll have the coin toss and more. Let's go to Kevin Edney real quick, the public address announcer. Well said that. Here they come, New Waverly running out of theirs tunnel tonight with the New Waverly flag at the 40. The cheerleaders carrying it, followed by DOGS. They're going to turn the corner at the 25, and New Waverly will head down to the end zone, take a knee and pray as they always do. And it's always a great atmosphere to be ready for Friday Night Lights here in East Texas. Do us a favor, the Bulldog fan text line is open at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105. Always love to hear from you as we get these ball games started. Send us a text. Let us know you're out there. And maybe tonight you didn't make the drive from Warren. I do want to welcome in any Warren Warrior fans that are joining us tonight here on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. Even though we broadcast for New Waverly, we always want our visiting teams to feel welcome and that they're part of this broadcast as well. Sure, we do cheer on the New Waverly Bulldogs, but at the end of the day, we just want to promote these high school athletes on both sides of the field. And that is what we do here at SHN and also on our broadcast. One final time, text us in. I'll say it throughout the night, but one final time here on this 3 Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. Text us. Let us know you're out there tonight. That number 512-522-9105. Again, it's 512-522-9105. Let's go down to the field now for our country's national anthem as we continue here on the 3 Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff.
Out of respect and honor and tradition of our country, we ask that everybody stand, take off their hats, put your hand over your hearts as they play the national anthem.
Beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem. That will wrap up the 3 Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is Bulldog Football. Hello, New Waverly Bulldogs football fans. Looking to beat the heat? 3 Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville has got you covered. Located at 1524 11th Street in Huntsville, 3 Spoons Yogurt is the proud supporter of your very own New Waverly Bulldogs. With a mouth-watering selection of flavors and a rainbow of toppings, 3 Spoons Yogurt offers the perfect treat for any Bulldogs fan. Don't miss out on any of the frosty fun. Follow them on Facebook at 3 Spoons Yogurt Huntsville TX for all the latest scoop. So when you're craving something cool, remember, the only thing cooler than the yogurt at 3 Spoons is being a New Waverly Bulldogs fan. You've been listening to the 3 Spoons Yogurt Countdown to Kickoff. Bulldog football is presented by Walker County Federal Credit Union, your full-service community credit union.
Captivating plays and crushing hits are on the menu. It's showtime on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Welcome to New Waverly Bulldog Football. Live from the Hit Solutions broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
All right, friends, here we go. The coin toss was there. New Waverly elects to receive to start this ball game. The captains were out there. Travia Davis II And then his brother, TD3, who's still not playing, battling an injury, a broken right arm. He's got the pink cast on. We're sure missing him this season. But TD2 will be our impact player of the game tonight. He had some takeaways the last 2 weeks. We'll see how he fares here in this one. Kenton Reese also was one of those captains out there for New Waverly. And for the Warren Warriors, they were James Barlow, Zach Redwine, Slade Mashaw, and also Christopher Ramirez were out there. Again, New Waverly well set to receive this ball. We are moments away from kickoff here tonight in New Waverly. Just want to set the stage. Fall is in the air. Fall came this week. It's been very nice outside these last few days. Not a lot of rain, been a few sprinkles, but nothing too measurable. And tonight, a perfect night with just a few clouds scattered across the landscape here as we look over the horizon and the beautiful piney wood trees that are there across the field from the 50 and the visitors' bleachers. 81 degrees, a few clouds. Humidity is beautiful as well at 45%. Tonight we'll have 63 and clear skies. A perfect night. Wind, calm will not be a factor here in this ball game. Two set back to receive on the left side for New Waverly. One of them, the 1-5, Khalil Major, who had an awesome game a week ago. And he is also joined by Nathan Dippery. The 2-2 is Jesus Morales, the senior. With right toe to leather, week 5 is underway. A short kick. It's fielded at the 40. Great field position starting out. And a good job on that play by New Waverly to fall right on the ball. It was Otto Wineland. This first quarter is brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. We appreciate their support again for a third consecutive year. It's Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. This first drive for New Waverly will start out on their own side from the 39-yard line. They will move from left to right. As I go back to my drive summary from a week ago, New Waverly started out on defense. They allowed a 67-yard run in, but they responded with a 23-yard touchdown by Khalil Major. We'll see if they can continue that momentum from a week ago. Here is Ryzen Nunez, handoff Major on the right hash marks, dots his way a few forward. They're just going to give him one as he took it in the backfield, went up to the 40, a 1-yard gain on first down. That'll bring up second down and 9. Appreciate Coach Droddy, Eric Droddy, the former offensive coordinator for New Waverly. He was here with us a week ago. I said, I wish you could stay, Coach, but he said, I can't because he's coaching football tonight. Here's another snap from the 35. Throw over, dart right at the 49, trying to wiggle through defenders. The catch is made by Wesley Brinkley, and it's enough for a McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for the Bulldogs. That's a way to move the sticks on first down. McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling in Huntsville, taking care of our communities for many, many years. It's McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling. Make sure to get your heaters checked before the winter months get here. It's a common issue with some fires in homes. Let them come make your house safe. Sticks now at the 49. New Waverly shotgun snap. Handoff Major. Right hash mark across the 49. Down to around the 46-yard line. They'll call it the 47 on the other side of Warren. It'll bring up second down and long here for New Waverly, but a nice pickup on first down of about 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. 10:40 opening frame here in the first quarter, brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. No scores as we are just about a minute and a half into it. On that right side is Wes Brinkley, who had the kickoff return a few moments ago. Trips up top to the left. Ryzen Nunez in the gun, drops back 3 steps to the 44, eludes one defender, heaves this one over center. Brinkley's down there, he's pushed down, the flags fly. It's a PI down at the 5-yard line. Brinkley had 2 defenders to either side of him, right in between the hash marks. Clear contact was made. And New Waverly's going to move this one way down the field. Be set up very nice here for the Bulldogs. It's another McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly. Lavania Kane joining us here on the YouTube feed, watching from home in New Waverly tonight. Thank you, Ms. Kane, for joining us. If you're on the social media feed, send in a comment. Let us know that you're out there. We'd love to hear from you tonight. That will move it after the PI up to the Warren 32. From left to right, New Waverly goes, trips up top to the left, same formation, Brinkley down to the right. Nunez stands in the gun at the 36. Here's the shotgun snap, pass over to the flat to Carlos Taylor. Taylor able to lunge his way forward across the 25, down inside to around the 23, 22-yard line. He's very close to another first down, and it is. He needed 10 yards. He got about 12. It's another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly. So the chains continue to move here for the Bulldogs on their opening drive. A good start just outside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone. Here's a high snap, this time to Nunez, and the ball carrier there was Khalil Major, and a loss on the play as he goes back to the 25. So it's first time we've seen a negative yardage here tonight. You know, I go back to that game just a week ago versus Huntington. New Waverly did score on their opening drive, but the previous games before that, they struggled on these opening drives going a quick 3 and out. So they definitely are carrying on that momentum from a week ago. So far working in their favor. And New Waverly here lines up. Second down and 13. It was a 3-yard loss. Here's a pass in the flat to the right side. This time it's Ethan Patras. As he tries to zigzag through defenders, he breaks a couple of tackles. Originally was going to be stopped maybe around the 30 or the 26 or 27, and he got it up to the 23-yard line. So he was able to recover some of those yards. Still, though, only a 2-yard gain brings up third down and a long 11. Third down and 11. And New Waverly here, they are in field goal range. Trey Sherwin able to drill one from just inside 40 earlier this season, so he's got the leg for it. But, of course, New Waverly wanting to gain some positive yards and a first down here. Fake the handoff. Nunez steps back 30 over his right side. Has a man wide open. Oh, and it's not there. He was wide open in the end zone was Dippre. It was a rare, just barely underthrew and incomplete as it fell onto the turf right in front of Dippre. It would have been hard for him to get back on that one. And now we're facing fourth down and 11. With that ball resting on the 24, you add 17 to that, it would be about a 41-yard field goal. There is no wind, and New Waverly's going to line up to go for it here. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 11. Nunez in the gun, drops back to the 30. Good protection. Now it's breaking down, spun down, and he goes down. The protection was there early, but it quickly collapsed on him, the pocket, and he goes down for a rare sack. We haven't seen too many of those. The sack coming up there was Braden Reidinger, and that will unfortunately result in a turnover on downs. So for New Waverly, they start out at great field position. They choose some time off the clock. They start from their own 39, but unfortunately the drive stalls at the Warren 26. And so that is where the Warriors will take over on their own 26, moving from right to left. Their quarterback is under center. He'll pitch this one out to the right side, bouncing around and drop. Not much there on it. A good tackle by Trenton Harrison.
On the carry, number 3, James Barlow.
Barlow, the running back, was the ball carrier.
On the tackle, number 23, Otto Wineland.
Otto Wineland was getting down there on that tackle as well. So Barlow, actually a 2-yard loss on the play to bring up second down and 12. This is a Warren team. Went under center the first. Now they're going to go in the gun. It's a direct snap will go to Barlow on the left side. Barlow positive yards across the 35. The forward progress, though, did not get him the first down. He stopped a yard short. So they go with the direct snap to Barlow, the running back. Picked up 10. He needed 11. So here's a critical third down and 1 for New Waverly. Barlow will head off the field alongside Zane Yagan. Here is Warren now on a third down and 1. The quarterback is Slade Mashaw. No, another direct snap over to the tailback, and he's got enough for a first down. So they go with these direct snap plays. That one goes into the hands of Cash Wood actually lining up as the running back. Cash Wood gets the first down. So a couple of those direct snaps to the running backs tonight have been effective for Warren and have been able to move the chains here. Ball now resting on the 38-yard line on the right hash. Down to the left side, Zane Yegan lines up the junior wide receiver. 2 receivers down, split really wide down to the left. Movement from right to left. Here is another direct snap, this one to Barlow. Barlow a couple of yards up to the 40. This is what we'll see from Warren tonight.
Number 3, James Barlow.
Barlow picking up a couple. 6:07 to go. We're already 6 minutes into this Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. I only had to use 1 sheet of paper last week, as teams touching the ball just 10 times total. There was not a lot of possession changes a week ago. It's second down and a long 8 for Warren. The quarterback has it, the running back rather is Barlow, able to avoid 1 defender, but he ends up losing a yard on the play, back to the 39-yard line. And so now a third down and long coming up. Good tackle in the backfield by New Waverly. It was Isaiah Hewlings, one of the captains tonight, able to get that stop for this Bulldog defense. A couple of those big guys up front also. I want to give them some shout-outs. Trevor Twiderski is up there. So Twiderski is up front as well. You also got your big 2-8 playing in there. Jackson Hathorn. A little bit of pressure being shown here by New Waverly. They're going to back off, and now the whistles will blow. And there was a false start by Warren. That's going to move them back 5. So you were in that third down and 9. Now you're going to be cranked back to third down and 14 after the 5-yard offside or false start penalty. The ball again backed up to the 34-yard line. It's favoring that left hash mark. Under 5 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. No score. New Waverly's already had it once. Warren for the first time tonight, although they're going backwards. Another direct snap. This time it goes to Zach Redwine. And the Bulldogs said, we're not going to fall for that. And he loses another yard. A 4th down and long coming up. Great job. Jace Card was in there on that play. Plays quarterback for these Bulldogs as well. He's also the godson of Sam Houston basketball women's coach. Coach Raven Justice, saw her this morning. Here is the punt off the toe of Slade Mashal. And a short punt at that. It will barely roll across the 50, and New Waverly's going to have great field position at the 46. We'll take a break. No score. Second possession for New Waverly coming up. 4:09 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. Stay with us.
Looking for a car you can trust? Come on down to Charlie's Used Cars in Huntsville. We're not just another dealership, we're a family. For 50 golden years, we've been serving your community with quality pre-owned vehicles and unbeatable customer service. At Charlie's, you're not just buying a car, you're joining a legacy. Visit our virtual showroom to explore our vast inventory, each car complete with detailed information and pictures. Got questions? Our professional sales staff is here to guide you in every step of the way because your satisfaction is our mission. Discover why at Charlie's Used Cars, it's not just a deal, it's a relationship. Visit us online at charliesusedcarstx.com. Welcome back to New Waverly Bulldogs football presented by Walker County Federal Credit Union. Here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it, friends. New Waverly has it for the second time tonight. They will start in better field position now on their own 45. Their first possession was from their own 39. We're scoreless. 4:09 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. Ball on the left hash mark. Ryzen Nunez, the snap, handoff Khalil Major, and he is stopped by a host of Warriors for a loss on the play. He's going to go down about 1 yard to bring up second down and 11.
On the carry, number 15, Khalil Major.
Saw Khalil Major just a week ago versus Huntington. Had a 23-yard run on their opening drive to go up or to score for the first time of the night. And just a phenomenal runner here. Those breakout guys for this New Waverly team. Bulldogs second down and 11 after the 1 yard loss. Ball in between the hash marks. Nunez passes in the flat to Dipri. Eludes one defender, trying to get to the 45, back to that original line of scrimmage. And I think that second little effort, he was there on the left side, he reached forward, and it looks like he did get back to the original line, but here's a quick 1-2 down, and now we're at 3rd down and 10. I don't want to get stuck in the same territory that we were in the first few games of the season for New Waverly. 2 receivers will line up down to the right side for the Bulldogs. One of them is Wesley Brinkley, 26 on the far right to the bottom of your screen. And then Nathan Dippery's there, 2 up top to the left. Here's the high snap, 3-step drop back. Nunez goes down on a sack. Second time tonight, Nunez has went down. This time it was Jesus Morales coming in with a huge stop all the way back to the 36-yard line. My goodness. And just like that, a quick 3 and out and loss on the play will bring up 4th down and about 18. Set back to receive on the right side is Slade. Slade Mashaw back there to receive around the 30. Nathan Dippery set to punt this one away. Again, wind not a factor. He'll punt from around the 25. Right toe to leather. Little line drive punt. Takes a bounce at the 40 on the other side across the 30. Rolls its way down inside the 20. A good punt by Dippery will be fielded at the 19. We'll take a break. New Waverly Bulldog football continues. No score. 2:02 to go. The Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. We'll be right back after this.
On their own 19-yard line.
Hey there, New Waverly Bulldog fans. Need more space for your growing trophy collection, or maybe a little spot to relax after the game? Or maybe you need a shelter for farm animals or your RV? Look no further than Cabins and More of Texas. We offer the highest quality portable cabins, sheds, barns, steel structures, and more, all manufactured by the most respected names in the business. Perfect for storing football gear, setting up a fan or a man cave, protecting outdoor toys or equipment, and so much more. Worried about cost? Well, don't be. We offer flexible payment options, including financing with approved credit and no credit check, rent to own. You can even get pre-qualified in just a few minutes without affecting your credit. Find Cabins and More of Texas in Riverside across from Talent's Barbecue and in Carthage in the HEB Shopping Center. That's Cabins and More of Texas online at CAMOTX.com.
One play into it already here for Warren. It was a run up the middle, about a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 6. No score, 1:27 to go. Here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. This drive starting on the own 19 for the Warriors. Here's another handoff to the running back, Redwine. Redwine spinning his way around. A lot of running lateral, but did not get it upfield. And maybe a short loss. They moved the marker back just 6 inches. It will be 3rd down and a long 6.5 for the Warren Warriors. Clock ticking down. It's been another fast opening quarter here. No score yet. 53 seconds and ticking. Want to encourage you tonight, if you're out there, we'd love to hear from you. Text us and let us know you're out there on the Bulldog Fan text line. That number is open at 512-522-9105. Again, 512-522-9105. Here's a pass over right side. Complete. 1st down across the 30. Still on his feet to the 40 and out of bounds. And a good run and grab there. Catch and grab by the Warren Warriors. Michael Lambright, I believe, was the receiver on that play.
On the throw is number 3, James Barlow. Caught by number 25, Michael Lambright.
Barlow was throwing it. We've seen a lot of those direct snaps go to him. Moo and Paw Paw joining us in Iola, cheering on the Bulldogs. And they are texting in, cheering on Action Jackson Hathorn tonight. Thank you, Moo and Paw Paw. Good to hear from you. And also Nathan Dippery's sister, always listening in Connecticut. Hello to the Dippery sister and the Dippery family. From the 39. Here is Barlow. Barlow on the right side, finding some rhythm across the 45. And still on his feet, finally a few more yards, and he goes out of bounds as he angled his way in between the numbers and that far right side up top. A hard fought. We'll call it 7 yards to bring up 2nd down and 3. They're going to mark him down at the 46. He was close to the 50, but he was already out of bounds. So 2nd down and a short 3 from the 46. Warren is on their own side of the field, moving from right to left, and that will take us to the end of the Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned for more here on SHN. We're scoreless after one. This is Bulldog football. Slide Construction second quarter coming up.
When you've got a serious project that needs to be done right, trust the experts at Slot Construction. Serving Southeast Texas since 2005, Slot Construction is your leader in site prep work. From clearing land and building new roads to constructing ponds and underground utilities, they prepare and deliver with precision and efficiency. Whether it's for your home or your business, Slot Construction has you covered. Visit slotconstruction.com to learn more about their full range of services. SLOTT construction.com, where quality meets commitment.
New Waverly football action continues on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Now back to the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Well, friends, we're through one. No score. 12 back on the board as we get started here in the Slot Construction second quarter. Welcome into the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Many of you are joining us. Keep those comments coming in. We'd love to interact with you here tonight as we go back down to the field. Warren will now move from left to right. Second down and 3. They've got to get to the 49. They're currently on their own 46. Here is a run up the middle, and the Bulldog defense snuffing that one out. One of them down there.
On the carry, number 40, Cash Wood.
The carry was Cash Wood. And we saw Trenton Harrison coming up with the grab or with the tackle alongside Otto Wineland. And that 1 yard pushback is going to bring up, 1 yard gain will bring up third down and 2. They did give the runner, Wood, about a yard on that forward progress up to the 47-yard line. Ball favoring the right hash mark. It's been a run game so far tonight for Warren. They have got a couple of passes off, not many. Here's a run. Trying to lunge in for the first down, nowhere close. Boy, a whole pack of dogs came in. The forward progress will give him an extra yard to bring up fourth down and 1. But a great job by Dub Simmons coming up, and Max Tomzak down there with a nice stop. Fourth down and 1 for Warren. They've got to get to the 49. The ball is on the 48. Quarterback in the gun. He'll want to run here. Lunges forward, and he's stopped. He's not going to get there. How about that for the Bulldogs? Otto Wineland was one of the first in there to stuff him back, and a Bulldog defense growling their way through another drive to give their offense another chance.
Assisting on that tackle is number 24, Dub Simmons.
Dub Simmons down there as well. So a turnover on downs will give it to New Waverly, now in their best field position of the night. They will start this drive on the Warren Warrior 48, moving from right to left. They started from their own 39 on the first possession, turnover on downs back in the first. The second possession, their own 45, had to punt it. Now their third, starting from the Warren 48. Jace Card in there is quarterback, and here's Khalil Major right out of the gate as he lunges his way forward across the 40. Needed 10 yards for the first down up to the 38 or so, and he got there. That is a New Waverly Bulldog, McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. How about that nice little 10 or 11-yard run to bring it up to the 38-yard line. Quick hurry-up offense now for New Waverly. Jace Card remains the quarterback. Handoff again to Major. This time a short gain inside the 35 to around, well, they're going to call him right down at the 35. A 2-yard gain. It's second down and 8. Down there on the left side, bottom of your screen, is one receiver. I don't know who number 5 is on my, that should be Luke Dahl. It is Luke Dahl. So Dahl is down there, one receiver down to the left. Jace Card remains the quarterback. Major there, handoff to Major. Zigzags his way, skip to the Lou. Here he goes across the 30 and down to around the 27-yard line. It's another McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly. As Khalil Major finally starting to find his groove down on the turf. He'll give a little pat on the hat to one of his teammates there on the offensive line, thanking him for setting up that for him. May have been the big 6-0 down there. Your big fella down there, Thomas Mosley. Here is Jace Card on the hard count. Khalil Major this time is stopped. They knew he was coming. And a good tackle down there on the field by Braden Reidinger. A loss of 1 or 2 brings up second down and long. They're going to call it a 2-yard loss for New Waverly inside the 30 at the 29. Got to get down to the 18-yard line for that first down inside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone. We are experiencing a little bit of internet problems here tonight. We apologize for that. We'll try to get that fixed. Here is Major across the 30, 25, dives down to around the 23-yard line. So Khalil Major with a nice little run after the yards to get down there. And again, we know the internet may be cutting out. We'll try to fix that here in a few moments. Don't know why. We have excellent coverage and data priority on our hotspot, but apparently not working tonight. Here's Jace Card, and a false start is called by the officials, and that'll set New Waverly back 5 yards.
There's flags on that play.
We do want to welcome you back in. We apologize for the internet outage. Third down and a short 1 for New Waverly. They are inside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone. Around the 19, got to get to the 18. Here's Major, and that second effort's going to be enough to move the sticks, I believe. We'll see. The side judge wants to say no. I thought that he got the forward progress. Had to get to the 18. They've still got him at the 19-yard line. So that is not enough for a first down. Tough break there for New Waverly.
At the line of scrimmage brings up Bulldog 4th down.
So it is 4th down for New Waverly.
Whistles on the field. There's timeout on the field.
A timeout is called by Warren. That is their first one. 7:14 to go here in the Slot Construction second. No score. New Waverly facing 4th down and 1 inside the red zone. We'll take a break. Stay with us. More to come on SHN.
When you've got a serious project that needs to be done right, trust the experts at Slot Construction. Serving Southeast Texas since 2005, Slot Construction is your leader in site prep work. From clearing land and building new roads to constructing ponds and underground utilities, they prepare and deliver with precision and efficiency. Whether it's for your home or your business, Slot Construction has you covered. Visit slotconstruction.com to learn more about their full range of services. SLOTT construction.com, where quality meets commitment. Welcome back to New Waverly Bulldogs football, presented by Walker County Federal Credit Union. Here's Rob Hipp.
Welcome back at it. New Waverly here, 4th down and a short 1. They are inside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone. Expert roofing services backed by years of experience. Satisfaction guaranteed. It's Texas Signature Roofing. Here we go. Jace Card wanting to push his man forward. And we'll see if he got it. The side judge says yes. And 2-yard gain will give the Bulldogs a McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. It was 4th down and 1. They needed 1. They got 2. And Coach Schaub is down there giving a high five to the tight end, Braden Nelson, who is helping push. And a McGillberry Mechanical, as I said, McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly. They've got it on the Warren 16. Had a drive stall on 4th earlier, this time able to convert. TD2 in there for the first time tonight as the running back on the right hip of Jace Card. A little pitch over to TD2, cut back inside on the right hash, and he is brought down after maybe a short gain. The tackle made on the play after the stop was Zach Redwine. Again, the first time we saw TD2, they're going to give him 1 yard. It's 2nd down and a long 9. TD2 remains in the game alongside Jace Card. They'll break out of the snap. Card in the gun, stands a few yards back on the 20. Dropping back, quick pass over right side, has his man, 10, down to the 5, standing up, and pushed out of bounds. The receiver there, Dub Simmons. So Dub Simmons with enough for another McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. And now for the first time tonight, New Waverly on a 1st and goal situation. First down and goal. Here's a handoff up the middle, across the 5, and about to the 2 was TD2. We've seen that here for Travia Davis II, who's been in here on this series the last 3 or 4 runs. Nathan Dippery, a lone receiver out to the right. Bulldogs still in the huddle, plenty of time, 20 seconds on the game clock, or on the play clock rather. Jace Card in the gun, TD2 to his left hip, ball is on the 2. Man in motion from right to left. Here's the shotgun snap, handoff, TD2 cuts back inside, spins around. Get down, turn around, go to town, touchdown! TD2 for 2 yards, and New Waverly gets on the board with 4:54 to go here in the Slot Construction second quarter.
Number 99, Trey Sherwin. Holder, number 3, Nathan Dippery. Snapper, long snapper, number 28, Jackson Hathorn.
Jackson Hathorn set to snap, and Trey Sherwin set for the extra point kick. No wind. If anything, it's calm, not a factor here tonight. Nathan Dippery for the hold again. Oh, and there's a little jump up front. Here is the hold, the kick on its way, and it is good. And New Waverly takes the early advantage with 4:54 to go here in the Slot Construction second. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back in a moment. It's New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on SHN.
When you've got a serious project that needs to be done right, trust the experts at Slot Construction. Serving Southeast Texas since 2005, Slot Construction is your leader in site prep work. From clearing land and building new roads to constructing ponds and underground utilities, they prepare and deliver with precision and efficiency. Whether it's for your home or your business, Slot Construction has you covered. Visit slotconstruction.com to learn more about their full range of services. SLOTT construction.com, where quality meets commitment.
New Waverly football action continues on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Now back to the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Well, moments ago for New Waverly, they start this drive on the Warren 48 after a 4th and 1 turnover on down by Warren. And a big stop on that drive by Dub Simmons gave it back to New Waverly. Then a 4th down and 1 conversion by New Waverly as they were inside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone, eventually capped off by a 2-yard run into the end zone by Travia Davis II. The extra point by Sherwin. The kick was good, 7-0. That is your Double Dave's Pizza Works scoring drive recap with 4:54 to go here in the Slot Construction second. Double Dave's Pizza, get it while it's hot. Here is Sherwin from the 40, right toe to leather, good kick, high. Allows his team to get under, it's fielded at the 20. On the right hash mark, spun around, not able to get to the right, in between. Boy, the New Waverly special teams, it was Khalil Major with the early hit there to eliminate any yardage coming upfield after that grab. Not much, they're gonna mark it at the 20.
Khalil Major, number 19, Roger Garcia.
So Warren with it here. They're actually going to put it a little more favorable before Warren. It looked like it was going to be at the 20. They're going to mark him at the 24. So Warren will start from their own 24-yard line, 3rd possession of the night. Their first was a punt in the first quarter. Their second was a turnover on downs. And now they'll try again to reset, trailing 7-0. I thought that extra point was good with 4:48 to go here in the Slot Construction second quarter. The quarterback is under the gun. Here is a handoff over the left side. Actually a keep here to the left side and maybe a gain of 1. It was James Barlow. Barlow listed as a running back. Mashaw is the official quarterback. They've been doing a lot of direct snaps over there to him, and New Waverly's been able to read that for the most part tonight. It's a 1-yard gain. They're going to have an official timeout on the field. Not sure why. Maybe a helmet or something popped off. I think that's maybe what happened. Part of the helmet of Barlow came off. They're going to make him go sit for a play. May have been injured, actually.
1 yard was gained on that play.
The training staff is over there looking at him. He's okay, but the training staff just wants to take a quick look at him. Again, many of you joining us tonight. We appreciate you being here with us on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. Always a joy and privilege to be able to bring you these games. Text us and let us know that you're out there. Also send in those social media comments. We love to see those as well, and we'll give you a shout out as this game goes on. Teams will break out of the quick huddles after that official timeout. Players okay on the sidelines. Ball is on the 25-yard line, left hash mark. Warren moving from left to right. Second down and a very long 8.5. Shaw steps back, chased down. He is slammed down on a quarterback sack. Boy, bringing him downtown, none other than Action Jackson Hathorn.
Senior linebacker, number 28, Jackson.
Boy, Action Jackson was right there in on it and took him back to Warren, about to the 17-yard line. My goodness. Now it's third down and about 18. We've got to get up to the 34. Ball is resting on the 16-yard line. Here is the running back, Wood, to the left side, and he is battered around in between two Bulldogs and goes down for about a yard loss. Fourth down and long. Warren forced to punt here.
Stopping on that about the line of scrimmage was number 23, Otto Wineland.
Otto Wineland was in there on the stop.
It'll be fourth and long for the Warriors.
And also Trenton Harrison. We've called Harrison's name several times so far tonight.
In anticipation of receiving a punt is number 3,
Nathan Dippery is standing on the Warren 40. He doesn't expect this one to go very far. Here's a high snap, punter able to get it, and it's blocked! Oh, it's blocked! It goes right back into his numbers. He's going to take off to the left side, trying to go through defenders. He's got a first down. Oh, no, what a play across the 40, just inside the 45. The punt was blocked. It goes right back into his numbers, and he's able to take that one down the field and get a first down on an unexpected play. Boy, what a break there for Warren. Give him credit. Wow. I think it was Slade Mashaw down there, the number 6. I want to say Action Jackson was in on that block. I couldn't tell. It happened quickly. Anyways, it's a first down for Warren now at the 45.
Flags on the field.
It's an unbelievable change of events. Now a false start by Warren will set them back 5. I mean, I haven't seen any like that in a long time. For a moment, you think, my goodness, New Waverly's going to have unbelievable field position inside the red zone, and a turn of events there. And if it was Mashaw, if I saw that correctly, I mean, he took it 20-something yards to get the first down. Ball is on their own 40 for Warren. Left hash mark, moving from left to right. 2 receivers down to the right side. Here is a run here in between the marks. And a short gain up to around the 42-yard line. The ball carrier, Cash Wood. We've seen it go to him quite a bit tonight.
On the carry, number 40, Cash Wood.
I want to welcome all of you in. Also joining us on the social media feeds tonight. We're putting it all over the place. Jesse Ferguson joining us on the Hello Huntsville Facebook page alongside Janet Patterson. We appreciate y'all for liking that. As I switch over to my personal Facebook feed, my sister Rebecca Schaefer joining us, and also have someone there liking the broadcast. We appreciate that. Many people joining us on YouTube also tonight on Spirit Radio FM, the Spirit Radio app.
Don't expect that during your 7th grade game.
Another timeout called here on the field. Both teams are in their respective huddles right now. Second down and a long, call it 13 or so for Warren. They are trailing 7-0. Actually, it's at that 2-minute warning. We do that now in high school football in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. So we are in the middle of a 2-minute warning. Both teams get a little bit of time to talk things over. Again, if you're on the social media streams tonight, send a comment as well. We're also on LinkedIn. We just tossed it out there just to do it. And again, many of you are joining us on the Spirit Radio FM app. You may be listening. If you're on the drive, download that app. It makes it a lot easier. It comes through really loud and clear. And here we go, second down and 13 for Warren. Just beyond their own 40. The high snap back over to the running back and slammed down from behind after a short gain. The running back
Number 70, Trenton
tackle was by Trenton Harrison.
Number 33, Colin Namkin.
Also, Colin Namkin was there. Now a timeout is called by New Waverly. Trying to see who the ball carrier was on that play. I saw a receiver out there. Caleb Houghton was in there in that play as well. Again, 1:44 to go here in this first half. The Slot Construction second quarter. New Waverly leading 7-0. And just like a week ago here on this home field, these quarters going very fast. We kicked this game off at 7 o'clock, and we're only at 7:45 right now. Each team touching the ball 3 times. Warren is on their third possession as we speak. This is a Warren Warriors team that averages about 16 points per game, but they give up 37. Tonight, 0 on the board. And on the flip side for New Waverly, their offense averages 12 points a game. They give up 27. But 7 points on the board right now to nothing. New Waverly with the lead. Ball for Warren on the right hash mark, moving from left to right on the 46. It's third down and a long 9. Here's the snap back. Mishaw looking to pass over left side, has his man, and he is drilled immediately. How about that after a short gain, an immediate drill on the play by Dub Simmons, making him C-Dubs. And a quick timeout called by New Waverly. They've got 1 remaining, so the Bulldogs are burning some timeouts. They want to get this ball back. Remember, they received to start this game, so they will kick off, but they want to try to add a little bit of insurance here. The defense is playing phenomenal right now. They would have already had the ball back had it not been for that crazy play moments ago on a blocked punt that went right back into the numbers of the Warren punter, and he ended up running it 20 yards or so for a first down. New Waverly breaks out of their huddle. They head back out onto the field for Warren at rest on the 48 on their own side on the left hash. They are moving from left to right. And it's 4th down and 7. The Warriors will now break out of their huddle. New Waverly going to put 3 back on the defense here, 4-3. 4-2-3 rather. Warren in the gun. Look for the pass here. Trying to get a hard count, maybe draw New Waverly off sides on a 4th down. I would expect them to punt this. I would not expect them to try to keep this ball. They don't. So the Bulldogs don't fall for it.
That's a team timeout.
Timeout called by Warren with 1:36 to go here in the Slot Construction second quarter. It is 4th down. If you didn't follow that, I apologize. It's 4th down and 7 or so.
4th down when we come back from this timeout. It'll be 4th and long.
We'll go back over to the Bulldog fan text line, see if we've got any more calls coming in tonight. We have had a few people. We appreciate those calls coming in, or those text messages. We do have a couple. Yeah, Moo Moo and Pawpaw saying the internet was down. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to switch over to my phone. It's funny, you pay for a dedicated hotspot for internet and it doesn't work. Another brother and sister and her family for Nathan Dipry. They are watching from Wyoming tonight. So the Dipry family, part of them in Connecticut, more of them in Wyoming. You guys are all over the place. We appreciate you joining us here on the feed tonight, so thank you for being a part of it. here on SHN. Other comments, too, coming in from Kimberly Sally, cheering on the Dogs, and Khalil. Ty Smithers joining us. Russell Fox. Take him down, Jackson. Here is the punt. This is a good punt, by the way. Dippery is going to field it around the 15. Back over to the left side, trying to cut the angle to 20. 25 left side, 30. Trying to shammy shake a defender down to around the 35-yard line as he steps out of bounds.
Return was number 3, Nathan Dippery. Just out of bounds, number 65.
So fourth possession for New Waverly. They've got 1:22 to work with, holding on to that 7-0 lead.
Also number 25.
And trying to put a little more on the board here before halftime. New Waverly will start this drive on their own 35, moving from right to left. The ball is on the left hash mark. Want to welcome in also any Warren Warrior fans that may be joining us. Welcome into the broadcast. Let us know y'all are out there as well. We always love interacting, not just with our audience, but if you're the visitors as well, if you got a shout out, we'll do that over the air for you. Bulldogs in the gun at the 30. Jace Card remains in. Pump fakes, now passes, and dropped. Man, it was right there in the hands. Just wanted to turn upfield was Luke Dahl. It would have been short of a first down, but it's dropped around the 42-yard line. They've got to get up to the 45 for that first down. Second down and 10 for New Waverly. 1:18 to go, a few seconds gone off the clock. Each team with one timeout remaining here in the first half. The Dahl family, how about that? Luke Dahl just a few moments ago. His family is watching from Branson. Go Luke, appreciate you. Luke there, he was ready to run upfield, just got away from him. Great young man on this team. Here's second down and 10. Jace Card steps back, throws over center. Dahl, this time it's in and out. It was a dart that was thrown. That would have been a tough one for him to grab. It's incomplete at the 45.
Third down, Bulldogs.
And now we're facing third down and 10. So third down and 10 here for New Waverly. Coach Schaub having a quick chat with Jace Card. Also see Ethan Petras down there. Part of a triplet package up top to the right, one receiver down to the left. It's third down and 10. Card drops back in the pocket, now moves out of it. Looking to pass, throws over his shoulder, caught! Oh, and it's popped out! It is popped out. I would assume that's going to be incomplete. It was caught for the moment at the 45-yard line by Nathan Dippery, but the ball pops out. And I don't know if they're going to call that a fumble. I would call it an incomplete. It is incomplete. He did not make a what you call a football move. Hey, Kimberly Sally, appreciate that $5 donation coming in on YouTube. I'll tell you what, those donations really do help, folks. We do have sponsors that help make these broadcasts possible. But anytime, if you're on YouTube, I never ask for this, but just like Kimberly did, if you want to donate a little bit, I'm telling you, friends, that really does make a difference. Thank you, Kimberly, for that $5 donation. Here's a kick, short punt, rather. It takes a bounce and will roll out of bounds around the 42-yard line. We'll take a brief break. It's 7-0, one timeout remaining for Warren. They trail by 7 with 59 seconds to go here in the second. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us, friends.
Howdy, New Waverly fans. Are you ready for some Bulldog football? Robert Lindeman here with Hit Solutions Realty. Dreaming of a place that feels unmistakably yours? At Hit Solutions Realty, we bring you home. Our mission, to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find that perfect piece of property that whispers, welcome home, every time you step in. Whether you're diving into the market to buy or ready to pass on your cherished space, our expert team stands by your side, turning the process into a seamless journey. So, ready to make a move? Contact Hit Solutions Realty. Let's get the ball rolling and bring you closer to your dream home. At Hit Solutions, we recognize that every star should have its time to shine. In that spirit, Hit Solutions Realty is thrilled to back New Waverly football, wishing them a season as bright as the stars. For more information, visit HITTSS.com.
Here's a flea flicker by Mayshaw. He goes over to Wood. Wood back to Mayshaw, and then Mayshaw decides to keep it and run. And he picks up about 15 yards or so for the first down. That drive started on their own 42. Braden Yon for the moment was open down there, the wide receiver, but New Waverly quickly covered him up. And now a first down here for Warren inside Bulldog territory at the 44-yard line. was a good little trickeration play there. They always put 2 back ready to receive that shotgun, so you never know who it's going to go to. Here's a pass over the left side, up, and it is bounced around and incomplete. Beautiful defense there on the play by New Waverly. The hand up on the play. It was a nice job by Kenton Reese. Kenton Reese had an interception a week ago. Incomplete to Redwine down near the 20, second down and 10. Ball remains on the 43-yard line of New Waverly. Warren has it from left to right, trailing 7-0. 38 seconds to go here in the slot construction second quarter. Now quickly run back up to the line. Again, both of them down there. They set to receive it. It will be a little give and go action run here by Redwine. Left side, Redwine across the 40, 35. We'll see if he got to the first down marker. More importantly, did he get out of bounds?
On the carry, number 4, Zach Redwine, brought down by number 11, Kenton Reese.
Kenton Reese brought him down. And a third down and a short one. He did not get the first down. The officials say that he did go out of bounds. So it's third down and a short one. The ball is resting on the 34-yard line for Warren, moving from right to left. The Warriors break out of the huddle. Mashaw back there alongside Barlow. And oh my goodness, Warren able to sneak away with one here across the 30, 25, and down inside the 20. That faked everyone out, including me up here in the booth. It was Caleb Houghton.
Section number 15, Caleb Houghton.
So Caleb Houghton down to around the 15-yard line inside the red zone. I said Houghton, I beg your pardon. Caleb Houghton, I believe, is the correct pronunciation. To the 15. How about that? Man, Warren, no timeouts remaining, 25 seconds
Timeout was taken
here
by the visiting
in the
team.
slot construction second. Warren just took their second timeout. This has been a very methodical drive for this Warren Warrior team. And you go back, and it all goes to that.
From the Bulldog 15-yard line, it'll be 25
You go back a
seconds left on
couple
the
of
clock.
possessions. I mean, it kind of goes back to that blocked punt. Although eventually Warren did have to punt. New Waverly gets it back, though, and it was a quick three and out. They had to punt it with 59 seconds to go. We've only seen about 30 seconds go off this clock. This drive for Warren started on their own 42, and they are inside the red zone now. Here's a run. No, a little give and go again over to the left side, and the Bulldog defense trying to put a stop to it after a short gain to around the 13-yard line. Ball carrier on that was Zach Redwine. The thing here, though, is the clock's going to run. They seem like they're in no rush to do anything. I don't think they realize it. Down to 4 and 3, and finally going to spike the ball here with 2 seconds remaining. And so now you got to trust your kicker to see if he can put it through the uprights. You're from the 13-yard line, so you're looking at a 14-yard line. It's about a 31-yard field goal.
Coming out for a field goal attempt.
It's hard to see where it is here. Yeah, it's a 14. So it's a 31-yard field goal attempt. 31 yards for Jesus Morales.
There's a timeout on the field.
And New Waverly is going to take a timeout.
Taken by the New Waverly Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs will take their final timeout. And again, Morales is set up here for a 31-yard field goal try. A little bit of a timeout. Both teams in the huddles right now. I mean, clearly for this Warren team, you get the field goal. You're still going to trail heading into the locker room, but you're going to have the momentum if you can convert this. Then you get the ball back to start the third quarter. So we'll see. Again, a 31-yard field goal try coming up for Jesus Morales. The holder down there is Slade Mashaw. And Here we go, folks.
Jesus Morales.
From 31, Morales. It's on its way, and this one is no good. It goes wide to the right, and the momentum will stay with New Waverly. That'll end the first half. It's New Waverly 7, Warren 0. We'll step aside and take a break. The Nelson Amaya Collision Center halftime show and your New Waverly marching band when we come back. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on SHN Sports.
first two chapters have been written. Where do the Bulldogs stand at the half? It's time for the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. Here's Rob Hipp.
Welcome into the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Halftime here in New Waverly, Texas. Your Bulldogs lead 7-0, hosting the Warren Warriors here tonight. And right now the Warren band is out on the field. We do have to go over halftime. We always try to get a glimpse of the visiting band when we can, but we will for sure have the home team band, as we always do, your New Waverly Bulldogs. But I briefly want to break this one down here for you. Each team touching the ball a total of 4 times in that opening half of play. The first possession of the night, New Waverly elected to receive the ball to start this ball game. They started on their own 39-yard line. It resulted in a turnover on downs at the 8:15 mark. Possession goes to the Warren Warriors. They start on their own 26. The Bulldog defense holds, resulting in a punt. 4:09 to go at that moment in the Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. We go into the second possession, and that second possession for New Waverly started on their own 45-yard line. The clock had expired. We also go into the slot construction second quarter during that possession. New Waverly, though, gets stopped. They go and punt the ball at the 2:02 mark. And then at the 2:02 mark, I beg your pardon, they were still in the first. Then we go into the second quarter as Warren gets the ball. It was their second possession of the night. They start from their own 19-yard line. That results in a turnover on downs. It was 4th down and 1, and a huge stop on the play by Dub Simmons by that Bulldog defense at the 10:45 mark. The ball goes back over to New Waverly for the third time. They start on the Warren 48-yard line. And there was a 4th down and 1 conversion on that drive that kept it alive. That was important because it was capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Travia Davis II. That at the 4:44 mark. The extra point kick by Trey Sherwin was good. At that point, 7-0, New Waverly with the lead. We go into the fourth possession of the night, the third possession for Warren. They start on their own 24-yard line, and that was something that turned out kind of crazy because it was a blocked punt. I think it was Jackson Hathorn that got in on. If anybody knows that out there, text it and let me know. But I think it was Jackson Hathorn that may have got his hand on that and blocked it. And it was a great play. We thought New Waverly was going to get that ball in great field position inside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone. But unfortunately, that ball just took a bounce right back into the numbers of the punter. He ends up running it almost 20 yards to convert a first down. They do continue, Warren does, moving the ball downfield, but eventually having to punt the football, that at the 122 mark. New Waverly gets the ball back from their own 35. However, they go a quick 3 and out. They have to punt it away at the 59-second mark in that slot construction second quarter. And then Warren starts on their own 42. They start off with a flea flicker, and instead of the quarterback passing it downfield, he elects to run that ball, picks up some great positive yardage into New Waverly territory after starting on their own 42-yard line. They go for a 31-yard field goal down to 2 seconds. They spike the ball, 2 seconds to go, and then a 31-yard field goal try by Jesus Morales just to the right. No good as time expired. So that is a look at your first half stats and your Nelson Amaya's Collision Center first half halftime show. It is 7-0, New Waverly with the lead. About 19 minutes to go. We'll just send it down to the field. You can enjoy the sights and the sounds of the Warren Warrior Marching Band, and then following that, you will see and hear the New Waverly Band. For now, though, we'll take a reprieve. We'll be back with about 5 minutes. Enjoy this Nelson Amaya's halftime show. New Waverly football here on SHN. It's halftime, 7-0, New Waverly. 19 minutes to go here in the half.
And go band.
Captain Gabby Oliveras, Jr., All-American Honorable Mention. Abby Harrison, Jr. Ella James, Sophomore. Samantha Lucas, Sophomore, All-American nominee. Hannah Mercer, Sophomore. Lexi Williams, Sophomore. Get ready to be amazed because the stars are out tonight. Good luck, ladies. Your music is on. Good job, ladies. The Silver Star of the Week was Brooklyn Bitch.
Please welcome to the field the New Waverly Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum major, senior Efren Ramirez. The leadership team includes woodwind captain, senior Jenna Yeager, and brass captain, junior Daniel Nixon. The band will be performing Aztec Fire and Don't Cry For Me, Argentina, the first two movements of their UIL marching show in Fuego. The trumpet duet includes freshman Krista Menard and junior Daniel Nixon. Recognized for Esprit de Corps last week were juniors Alexis Humphreys and Ariana Brown. Recognized for Esprit de Corps this week are freshmen Marshall Platt
and Jenna Yeager. job, band. You did amazing.
The Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show continues. Now let's return to Rob Hipp.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue on the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. We're about 3 minutes or so until we get back into action here at halftime. But check this out. You know what I love about being here at New Waverly? You just never know who you're going to have to take out a third and fourth mortgage to have up in this broadcast booth with you. And here he is, none other than the Brody Watto. What's up, Brody? Good to see you, man.
Honored to be here. Honored to be here.
Your folks are in New Hampshire, I heard, man.
Yes, sir.
Were they visiting? What were they up there doing, man?
Visiting some folks. Yeah, visiting my dad's brother and niece and nephew.
Awesome.
And, my aunt, of course.
Yeah. Well, it's good, man. Brody played here at New Waverly and now playing some D3 ball in my hometown, in Georgetown, man. What's it like playing for the Pirates in Southwestern?
Oh, man, I love it. I love being up in Georgetown. Great coaching staff. I've definitely grown to love it while in the 6-ish weeks I've been there. Love my position coach. Shout out Coach Killian, linebackers coach.
He's been there for a hot minute, I think. Coach K, right?
Kriesel has been there for a while.
Kriesel's been there,
Killian's been there about 4 years. Kriesel's been there, I think, 10 plus.
Yeah, I knew Kriesel when that was my first college I got to call for. Joe Austin used to be the coach there, man. He was the one that brought that program back from 2012 when they revitalized it. And now you're getting to play, man, as a Pirate. That's pretty cool,
Yes,
man.
Sir. Very cool.
You like that Georgetown Stadium over there?
It's okay. It's okay. It'll be nicer whenever we get our own stadium, which has been flown around in the air for a long time.
It would be cool if, Southwestern, it'd be so cool if they do that. It's a great program. It's a really good D3 program. And this has been one of the best years they've had. You know, they used to play, I think, they're not in the American ASC anymore, right? I forget the conference.
I think the acronym is AAC.
AAC. So they've moved. See, back in the day, is Mary Hardin Baylor still in that one?
No.
Yeah,
no.
See, that was a tough one. And so they moved. Coach Austin moved them into that. And it's a very tough conference. They're still playing in a tough conference, but I think you guys were off to a good start. Going like 3-0 to start the season, right?
2-1 right now.
2-1.
Lost a close one to TLU the other night.
Yeah, Texas. Were y'all down in Seguin or there in Georgetown?
I was in Georgetown.
In Georgetown. Cool, man. Well, Brody's going to hang out. I had to pay him about $600 tonight to come up here. I saw him out there and threw him. No, I'm just kidding. I better watch out saying that you're in college. No NIL money was thrown around up here, so none of that. No NCAA violations up here tonight, man.
I could use some of that.
Well, how are things going, though, man? It's cool. You get to return and catch a game at y'all's bye week at Southwestern. So you just decided to come to town and be here, right, man?
Yes, sir. Just decided to get out of town, come back home, visiting my lady friend tomorrow. Going to get to spend some time with her. And
there you go.
Had to catch a Bulldog football game in my 1 week off.
Well, there you go. They're running out of the Bulldog inflatable. That's a pretty mean Bulldog, by the way. Not many schools have a cool blow-up like that. They have like a generic one, but that bad boy's got the full head on it right there, man. So it's always fun running out of that thing.
Yeah, I like that one. I kind of miss the old one, just like the old plain one we had. Something about it just kind of nostalgic for me. But I don't know. They got us that nice Bulldog. I think it was my junior year we got that.
That's it, yeah.
But it's nice.
Well, cool. I'm going to fix one thing here. Hold on 1 second, bro. No one can see this, so don't worry. There you go. Perfect.
All right, lovely.
You actually got to call a couple of games. Your dad and I, you joined us. We don't want to mention this too loud, but we called a Newton playoff game for the UIL. That was fun, though.
It was fun. Definitely calling out games for the opposition, unfortunately, but it was fun experience.
You did really well, man. So it was good. And when I saw you down, I always take a quick break down at halftime, and I had a chance to run down. I said, man, that's Brody Watto down there. B-Dub in the house. And you caught my attention because we're both wearing the same shirt, man.
Yeah, I didn't know if I'd seen anybody else wearing one.
This is my only New Waverly shirt that I have, the 2023 playoff shirt. So besides that and a baseball shirt.
Shoot, it's a nice shirt.
Well, all right. Well, here we go, man. Warren has always been a school that y'all been able to take pretty good care of, but they're showing a little toughness tonight, Brody.
Yeah, Warren always plays us in particular very tough. I believe halftime score was 7-0 last year as well. I believe it was 7-0, but Warren always plays tough. What they lack in like speed and maybe raw athleticism, they make up for in just grit and determination. Like they're always a team that does not quit no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, I think last year, we were up, and then that second half we just blew the lid off. It ended up being 31-0 New Waverly in that game. But here we are, 7-0, about to get underway here in this third quarter, brought to you by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Kickoff on the way. Sherwin's kick will drop at the 26, or at the 15, or 16 rather, now on the left side across the 25-30. And finally out of bounds around the 32-yard line. So that is where this Warren team will start tonight, trailing 7-0. You guys get a little coverage there at Southwestern. I know the folks down there, Vibe used to be K-Mac. A good man named Merle Bertrand calls those games. Chuck Cracy does the sideline reporting. He was with us for a long time. And TJ Velas, the analyst there. I used to call TJ's games at Southwestern back in the day.
Oh, really?
So there's still some cool connections back there in GT. Are you living on campus or do you have an apartment?
Well, technically it's an on-campus apartment, but it's basically they converted it into dorms.
Nice.
It's supposed to be an on-campus apartment, but
Well, there you go, man.
It is what it is.
You've been to 600 Degrees Pizza?
I have not. I really haven't explored Georgetown
You need
much.
to get out, man. I need to go home and visit, and I'll take you some places, man. Call the lady friend up to come visit you one weekend, and then we'll take y'all out, all right?
Shoot.
From the
Sounds good to
32, here's a run, and, boy, this Bulldog defense has been really good. The rush defense has been excellent tonight for New Waverly.
Yeah, old Timothy Chad always cooks up a good run D, especially got a real good returning senior in number 28, Jackson Hathorn, leading that defensive line. Coach Miller's defense is always tough.
I think Jackson had that block earlier, too, that crazy blocked punt. Did you see that? Goes into the numbers, and then the punter runs it 20 yards for the first down.
Unfortunately, I did not. I didn't manage to get up here till right before the half. 2nd
and 9. Here's another run, and once again, the Bulldogs are able to stick that one back in the kennel. It's a short gain to bring up 3rd down and about 7 or so. Yeah, there was a play. It was 4th down. And Warren was backed up into their own red zone, and I think it was Jackson Hathorn blocked the punt, but it goes right into the numbers of the punter, and he takes off and runs 20 yards and gets a 1st down.
Hey,
it's one of those plays that you're like, come on, man.
Hey, 3A ball, man. Anything can happen.
Here we go. It's 3rd down for the Warren Warriors, 3rd and about 7 from near the 35. The quarterback being chased around the 25, throws, drop off, completion at 30, 40, 1st down, and he's pushed out of bounds. So a tough break there for the New Waverly defense, but the offense, a good play to Caleb Houghton. And Caleb Houghton down to the 1st down marker, had to get just outside the 40, got to around the 45. That'll move the sticks.
Yeah, on that one, looks like, I believe that's Dub Simmons, number 24. Looks like he got some good penetration. Just like to see him get a little bit more pressure on that quarterback. Big guy like that can really disrupt a throw.
See, that's why I needed you up here, man. I get lonely up here trying to call these games. I'm so focused on the offense. A little bit of pressure shown here by the defense as they put 5 up front now. Now they were traced back on it, looking for the run. And again, the little second effort, I thought for the moment they're going to stop him, but the second effort is going to pick up about 5 yards to the 50-yard line. That was James Barlow, who's been a little bit of a force here tonight, brings up 2nd down and about 5.5 or 6.
Yeah, New Waverly just got to capitalize there. We're hitting them at the line of scrimmage. Got to bring them down right there. Got to be able to make solo tackles and swarm to the ball once one man gets on the ball carrier.
I hope we're, down inside New Waverly territory now at the 49. They're going to go an extra yard, 2nd and 4. Warren in the gun. Low snap. Barlow with it again, tracing through defenders on the left hash. He's got the 1st down across the 45 and down to around the 42-yard line. I wanted your feedback on this, Brody. Brody Watto again up here hanging out the second half with me in the booth, former New Waverly great. And, Brody, this is a really unique offense that this Warren Warriors team is running because they have 2 guys in there, and you never know which one the snap is going to go to. They both line up in the gun, and they're both ready to receive the ball. And we've seen it go multiple directions tonight, and you can see that how they kind of run this. This one may be a little bit no. You see right here how they do it. See that?
Yeah, Warren's offense is always a little interesting. Oh, here we go.
Here goes a run across the 35 and another, well, about a yard short. We'll see if they gave it to him. That's a first down inside the 35.
Yeah, linebacker just got to flow to that. Got to see the hole open up, flow to it. But yeah, Warren always runs a pretty interesting offense. A lot of reverses, tricky stuff.
I mean, what do you call that? It's the only team that even in college ball when I called, I've never seen guys line up like both of them are set to receive that every single play. And you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
see, one of them both of them on either side will put their hands up. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know.
Bam! Look at that slam. Boy, IHOP opened up late. And a little pancake coming in. How about a little smash, get out of our house, and a loss on the play. Otto Wineland was there with a little automatic tackle on that boy.
Yeah, that's the physicality we're used to seeing from a Chad Miller coach defense right there. Good play by the Bulldogs.
I don't know who Cryos Records is. Cryos Records joining us tonight on the YouTube stream. We appreciate it. Donnie Smith with us. Donnie Smith, if that's the Donnie I know, Gensel Heating and Air joining us tonight. Appreciate you, Donnie. A loss on the play, 2nd down and 11. This time a little reverse sweep goes into the hands of the running back Redwine, left side, and he's spinning around, and he's got a first down inside the 25 to about the 21-yard line. So, I made a comment that said this rush defense has been playing great. I shouldn't have said that because it's given a little life here to this Warren Warrior team.
Yeah, it looks like Warren's gashing them on these, it looks like counter Y plays. Just need to be able to get downhill to those. Linebackers need looking at the guards.
Little Talent Nation joining us, too. They said they found the broadcast at random. We are in East Texas, my friend, New Waverly, Texas. About 55, 60 miles north of Houston. Quarterback rolling to the right here, 25. He's going to tuck and run, 20, 15, and finally pushed out of bounds as he was threatened by our good friend TD2 inside the red zone, though. At the 15. 7-0 the score, 7:22 to go here in this Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter.
Good, pretty solid coverage right there. We just gotta find a way to rally to the ball once the quarterback pulls it down.
I'm gonna teach you something in broadcasting, Brody. When your wife or your significant other messages you and says, "Go Bulldogs," you acknowledge your wife and say, "Bridget, I love you, sweetheart." So she's joining. My wife is here tonight. Here's a handoff on the left side. Again, a powerful run, trying to pick up some positive yards is James Barlow on the left side. And he does gain a few. 2nd down and 1. They did not convert the first down a few moments ago. They've got to get to the 11. Right now that ball is on the 12. Here's a huge opportunity for this Bulldog defense.
Yeah, I'd expect some type of pressure here from Coach Miller. Let's see if I can remember what he's calling. It's new. I don't know what that is. But
did you get to play both ways a lot? I mean, you were tight end, but did you play a lot on the defensive side too?
Oh yeah, I was mainly a defensive player. Tight end was a necessity thing.
Shows how much I paid attention. Here's a run here, short gain. It may have been enough for the first down to the 10-yard line. It was James Barlow again. Yeah, you played linebacker, right?
I was senior year. I played end and outside linebacker mostly. Typically an edge type of guy.
I gotcha. Always enjoyed having your dad up in the booth. He helped clean up my play-by-play call, and he knew what was going on more than I did, man.
Yeah, my dad studied a lot, like scheme and defensive.
First and goal from the 10. This time the running back to the right side, the Bulldog defense said you're not going to get much here. They're going to get him back to the original line of scrimmage. It's Redwine again. 2nd down and goal from the 10. Luke Dahl coming in on a big stop there for New Waverly.
Yeah, I believe that's Trenton Harrison that made that first contact right there. Would like to see the big guy make a tackle, but good rally to the ball by Luke Dahl.
Caleb Houghton runs back over to the sideline for Warren. They'll break out of the huddle on a 2nd down and goal from the 10. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Red wine again, and once again the Bulldog defense said no way. Jackson Hathorn was in there on the side, but boy, about three or four Bulldogs read that one like a kindergarten picture book.
There you go. Senior leader of the defense, Jackson Hathorn, making a big play. This is where the Bulldogs got to bow their necks. 3rd and goal. It's time to make a stand.
It's 3rd down and goal for the Warren Warriors. Bulldogs trying to stop them here. 5:12 and ticking in this Oak Ridge Disciple House 3rd quarter. Mashaw and Redwine in there in the gun. I don't even know how you call that formation because both of them are in the gun. This time it does go to Mashaw looking to pass. Chased on the left side from action. Jackson, and the tackle is made. An ankle tackle out there on that far side. And a great job by New Waverly.
Looks like
it was Otto Wineland, yeah.
That's pretty typical. That's vintage Otto Wineland right there. A little smaller guy gets out on the perimeter, makes good perimeter tackles like that.
There was a hold too, by the way. The hold should be declined, I would assume, because that'll bring up 4th down now. You know, and that pressure was originally brought by Jackson Hathorn as he was chasing him there on that outside edge, and then there to clean up Otto Wineland.
Yeah, that's kind of what you expect from your senior defensive lineman. You expect him to impact the game in more ways than just getting sacks and TFLs.
4th down from the 12 is going to bring up a 29-yard field goal try if they go with Jesus Morales. He did miss a 31-yard attempt to end the first half of play, and they are going to go for it here. 4th down and goal, and they're not going to get this one off because a whistle was blown, and I would assume a timeout was called by somebody. More than likely, I would say New Waverly. I haven't seen the official signal from the officials.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Miller may have saw something he didn't like.
We'll take it with them. 4:41 to go here in the Oak Ridge 3rd. It's New Waverly 7, Warren nothing, but 4th down and goal coming up for the Warriors. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on SHN.
Or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
The 3rd quarter is brought to you by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Here's Rob Hipp.
And BW, Brody Watto joining us, former New Waverly player. I guess once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. There's no former in that. So here we go. It is 4th down for the Warren Warriors, and we'll see what they do here. They elected not to go for a field goal. New Waverly calling a timeout a few moments ago. Mashaw and Barlow in there, in the gun, both of them. It will go to Mashaw. Drops back to the 20. Passes over center. It's intercepted at the 10. Down to the 20 left side. 30. Still on his feet. 41 to beat. Here he comes down to the 40 and finally out of bounds for the 2nd consecutive game. Kenton Reese. Pull out the Reese's Pieces, baby. Trick or treat. Halloween came early. And it's a takeaway for the New Waverly Bulldogs.
See, I always believed that Kenton never got enough credit for his ball hogging ability. Even going back to when Kenton was a sophomore, Kenton had made some great interceptions in our early pre-district games. I never believed that he got enough credit for his ball tracking ability as a DB. Nice to see him getting a pick right there.
Kenton Reese, the senior, and takes that one all the way back down to the 40-yard line. How about that for the young man?
Let's see if the Bulldogs come out in here.
5th possession for New Waverly will start, and here is Jace Card with a little keeper as he slides his way at the 34-yard line. This drive, by the way, starting on the Warren 40.
Interesting to see Jace Card out there. If I'm not mistaken, Rison's been taking most of the snaps at quarterback.
Yeah, they've been switching out. We saw Rison Nunez. We typically see him a lot at the beginning of the games, and then kind of in the middle, the meat of the game, we'll see a lot of Jace Card. And haven't seen much as far as Rison on the sidelines.
Yeah, I can't see him down there.
Here's a handoff, Khalil Major, 30, down to the 25. How about that for Khalil Major? That's enough for McGillberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling. First down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Khalil in the middle of a really good breakout campaign. Gotten the lion's share of the carries from what I've seen this year. Looks like he took over more towards week 2, but really happy to see Khalil starting to carry the ball to the best of his ability.
Want to welcome in everyone, too, that may be listening to us on the Spirit Radio FM app. By the end of the year, we do expect to be online on 94.3 out of Huntsville. Ball is now on the 25 for New Waverly. Man in motion is Ethan Petras. Handoff, though, to Khalil Major. Tries to stiff arm one and is not able to cut that angle back and get to the original line of scrimmage. Loses about a yard on the play to bring up second down and long.
Yeah, I think right there Khalil's just going to have to cut his losses, stick his nose down, just try and take it a yard or no gain, better than the 2-yard loss and he just took.
Carlos Taylor runs back over to the sideline, as does a few more Bulldogs. Ethan Petras also, and onto the field. Dub Simmons, who we've called his name several times tonight, out there. Nathan Diprio, receiver, split right to the right.
Jackson Hathorn checking into the game as well.
Down on that left side is Luke Dahl. Like these really wide formations, kind of opens up the field. Here's a snap, handoff, Khalil Major up the middle. Major zigzag 20 inside the Texas Signature Roofing red zone to around the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Good, healthy gain to bring up third down and a manageable 3.5.
Yeah, Khalil brings a very different running style from what we've seen in the past from Bulldog running backs. Smaller guy, quick, shifty. Makes one cut and gets downfield.
I didn't see Khalil last year. He didn't play much, did he, on varsity?
Khalil did not get a whole lot of carries on varsity last year, no.
Well, he's getting them this year, and he's proven itself. Jackson Hathorn will line up there as a tight end on the right side. Hard count, Jace Card has Major. Hand off Major to the left side, and he is met immediately. No gain on the play. He's wrapped up right away by Zach Redwine, who's been running the ball on the offensive side and playing up front on the defense. So fourth down coming up here for New Waverly. Running onto the field, Braden Nelson is out there alongside TD2. Nathan Dipry will head over to the sideline. That ball resting around the 18-yard line or so. That's going to probably be just out of the range of Trey Sherwin, although we did see him kick one from 40 earlier this season.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going with a little bit of a heavier offensive package right here.
They do have Khalil Major on one side and also TD2. And the handoff here, and not going to get much. That's a tough break. It was about a fourth and 3, not able to convert. Turnover on down. You hate to see that inside your own red zone.
Yeah, I hate to see it, but just shows the confidence that Coach Schaub has in Miller's defense. Trust Miller's defense go out there and get this ball back and stonewall Warren in their tracks.
Defense has been playing phenomenal tonight for New Waverly. 7-0, 1:07 to go here in this Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. Warren will take over on downs after the turnover on possession, and they've got it on the 18, on their own 18-yard line.
That run will get stuffed by the Bulldogs.
Yard on that play.
Looks like Jackson Hathorn was in there on that stop.
James Barlow. Second 9.
Good first down stop for the Bulldogs defense, holding Warren to about 2 yards.
See, that's what I miss about having somebody up here. I can get up and adjust the AC.
Yeah, I'm not as professional as you, unfortunately.
No, you did good, man. I'm going to step aside. I enjoyed that. I need a break, man. 30 seconds and ticking here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. Second down and about 8 after a short gain. Here's another run up the middle, and not much on that one either. Otto Wineland was down at the bottom of that. James Barlow, the ball carrier. They're going to give him about a yard or two to bring up third down and 6.
I'd expect to see pressure here from Coach Miller. Maybe an edge blitz. A lot of guys dropping into coverage, though.
And that will take us to the end of the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. 7-0, New Waverly on top. It's not as easy as many thought it would be. This Warren team is putting up a fight, We'll step aside. We'll take a break. More to come. Stay with us. It's New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on SHN. Stay with us, friends.
Score at the end of the third quarter.
Welcome back to New Waverly Bulldogs football presented by Walker County Federal Credit Union. Here's Rob Hitt.
Alongside Brody Watto, here we go. Third down and a long 6 for Warren. They'll now move from right to left. Little end around sweep over to Redwine, and he's got the first down. Boy, made that one look easy. Had to get across the 30 and got to the 36-yard line on his own side of the field with 10 seconds gone. It's a first down. 10 seconds gone here in the Hello Huntsville fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's just typical of the sweeps and trickeration you usually see out of Warren. They execute those type of plays very well.
The coach is Buddy Adams, the athletic director also, as he stepped into that role this season. First down and a long 10. Here's a handoff to the left side, trying to wear out this New Waverly Bulldog defense, and a healthy gain. Oh, man, of about 7 yards. Luke Dahl there on the stop, but not after a 7-yard gain by James Barlow. Second down and 3.
Bulldogs just got to flow to that a little bit better. Got to come downhill more. I know Coach Miller's coaching. They just got to practice what he's preaching.
I want to give a shout out to Lavania Kane. Boy, she sent us $10 on the YouTube chat. Thank you for that. That helps out so much. We appreciate you guys very much. Second down and 3. Here is Barlow again on the right side, powering his way forward. Needed 3, got all 3 of them for another first down to the 46-yard, or up to the 46-yard line.
Warren moving the ball pretty well here on this first drive of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs just got to find a way to adjust to it.
Lavina, by the way, cheering on Khalil Major. Again, we got folks who sponsor the broadcast, but those little bumps there on the chat really do help. Thank you all so much for that, Miss Kane. We appreciate it. First down and 10 from the 46 for Warren on their own side. Ball in between the marks, moving from right to left. Here's low snap, Barlow powering through defenders again across the 50 to the 48-yard line. They found some rhythm now in this run game with Barlow.
Yeah, Warren just coming at him with that tough running game. Bulldogs just got to find a way to get downhill and be more fit or out physical Warren.
9:50 and ticking here in the Hello Huntsville fourth quarter. And even though the name says Huntsville, represent all of Walker County, publish a lot going on in New Waverly too. HelloHuntsvilleTX.com. From the 48 now, the New Waverly side, right to left. Warren still moving the ball, favoring the right hash mark. The snap into the hands of Redwine again, this time met by a host of Bulldogs. Got to be careful here, don't want a little extracurricular. About a yard short of that first down marker. Had to get to the 44 on the New Waverly side for the first down. Got to the 45, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. In this distance, more physical team's going to win the rep. It just depends on who wants it worse.
So here we go. This Bulldog defense going to try to get a stop here. It's been all Redwine all the time on this drive. I would expect nothing different here. 3rd down and 1 from right to left. Low snap! Redwine, though, picks it up at his ankles and turns it into positive yardage to the 40-yard line. It is enough for a first down.
Yeah, Red Wine from Warren run the ball very well right now, taking advantage of the gaps that he's given. Warren has a very large offensive line, larger than usual. They're taking advantage of that.
Talked to assistant coach Aaron Compton before this ball game, and Coach Compton told me, he said this is a different Warren team. Even though they're winless, he said they're a little bit better this year, and we're seeing that right now in this ball game. Even though it's scoreless for Warren, 7-0. New Waverly with the lead, 8:25 to go here in the fourth. Here's Red Wine again. They're going to keep going right back to him. And a gain of about 3 to bring up 2nd and 7. Got it up to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle there, I believe, by Otto Wineland. But like you were saying, Rob, like Coach Schaub always used to say, Warren's a tough team. They play hard. They're just waiting on the talent to rise to meet that intensity and that grittiness. And from what you're saying, sounds like it's starting to take effect.
We do see Ryzen Nunez down there on the field. He's okay. He's on the sideline, rather. He's standing at the 50. He was talking to one of the coaches a few moments ago, but he is okay. Low snap again. Red Wine able to corral this one across the 35. Cuts the angle at the 30. Now the 25. Finally drug out of bounds by Luke Dahl, or drug down around the 20. Boy, that wasn't Red Wine. I beg your pardon. That time the ball carrier. Yeah, it was Red Wine. He is really starting to put on the juice here for this Warren Warrior team. Now inside the red zone.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs may have lost their edge right there. Our edge defender has to set the edge better, and make that ball bounce back inside.
Stash Buckner in on the stop. And so here from about the 21, maybe right out the 20. I think they are right there at the red zone marker. Low snap, Red Wine handoff. They lost it! They lost it! New Waverly almost fell on it down there, but it goes right back into the hands of the running back right there, Red Wine.
Yeah, Jackson's going to be kicking himself if he didn't take that one away. He was right on top of it.
Goodness gracious, that would have been a beautiful takeaway. That will bring it back 5, though, and there is an injured Warren Warrior player on the field. We're going to take that break with them. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on SHN. We'll be right back after this.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Welcome back, friends. 6:52 to go here in the Hello Huntsville fourth quarter. New Waverly nursing that 7-0 lead, but it is 2nd down and 15 for Warren on the 25 of the New Waverly side of the field. They are moving from right to left. It's been a running attack of Red Wine here for the Warriors that's got them down to this point. There's a hard count. This time the snap over to Barlow. Barlow and Red Wine have been exchanging snaps, not just Red Wine. Barlow gets it here for a short gain. And now I like this. We're up here in the booth with Brody Watto. It's 3rd down and about 12. This is where the Bulldog defense has got to clamp down right here on 3rd down.
Yes, sir. Historically, this is where Coach Miller's defenses are the strongest in the red zone. For whatever reason, Bulldog defenses bow their necks in the red zone. It's hard to score from this spot on the field.
So here we go. That ball resting around the 23-yard line. It's 3rd down and a long 12 or 13 for the Warren Warriors. The handoff goes from Barlow into the hands on a little sweep to his other back, Zane Yegan, and nothing there. 4th down coming up. Huge stop for the Bulldog defense.
Colin Nampkin, a younger guy that was highly touted, I'll say, by Coach Miller. Showed Coach Miller a lot of good things this past offseason, and has been showing it out on the football field as well.
How long has Chad been over here now?
This will be year 3, I believe.
Year 3. Quick hurry up, 4th down and 13 for Warren. Trying to convert, dropping back on the pass, 3 or 4 yards to the 30, now being chased, and he's slammed down outside the 20. How about that for the Bulldogs? Isaiah Hewlings was down in there along with the teammate. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it looked like Otto Weiland on the other side of that tackle. Great way to swarm to the ball by both of those young guys.
Well, there you go. Brody's been talking about Chad Miller, the DC here at New Waverly, and the confidence in that man is extremely high, as it should be. He has been a force tonight for the defense, calling those plays, remains scoreless, and that is huge, as Warren was down in the red zone, or at least threatening, and now a turnover on downs, gives it back. And here comes Khalil Major, 40, 45, 50 on his way, 40, 30, and he's finally drug out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Run those trucks, Khalil Major with a major run. Oh, baby, what a play.
That's what the Bulldogs have gotten used to seeing from Khalil, showing out a lot in his first year as a starter.
Khalil, just a week ago on the opening possession for New Waverly, had a 23-yard in for the score. And here he goes again in a critical moment where his team holding on a 7-0 lead with 5:02 to go in the 4th. And moving that ball into Warren territory all the way down to around the 25-yard line. I can't add that quick, but I'm thinking, what, 40-yard run, Brody?
Yeah, right
You're
around.
You're smarter than me. You're in college, man. 10. I'm sitting here adding like a elementary. 10, 20, 30, 40, 55-yard run. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right. I'll give it to Khalil. That's a very nice run.
There we go.
I can picture Coach Schaub's exact facial expression in this little offensive huddle right now.
I always give a little extra yardage. So 55-yard run. 5:02 remaining here in the 4th. And a may have been a timeout by Warren. Is that what we were seeing? It wasn't an official timeout, was it?
No, I don't believe so. I believe Warren took that timeout.
Kimberly Sally saying, run, Khalil, run. Buster, a.k.a. Khalil, you got it, dude. Coming in from the family, from Miss Kane out there tonight. And the Bulldogs close to a Texas Signature Roofing red zone. Here is Card, the handoff to Major, who had the big run just moments ago. And down to around the 22-yard line, 2 yards away. But remember, they've got to get the first down to move the sticks around the 15.
Yeah, I have a feeling Warren's going to get a healthy dose of Khalil for the remainder of this drive.
Trenton Harrison back onto the field. And heading over to the sideline is Cedric Polhamus. We'll also see Ethan Petras back in there, receiver, part of a 3-receiver package. He's joined by Nathan Dipry. Down on that bottom right is Kenton Reese. But I would expect the run here.
Jace Card's still in the game. Looks like the Bulldogs are.
Card is in there, second and about 7. He's going to pass. Card looks right side up. Reese! Oh, it's incomplete around the 12. It was a beautiful pass. Reese tried to dive back for it and just fell out of his fingertips. 3rd down and 7 on the way.
Interested to see what the Bulldogs do here on 3rd down. Showing a lot of confidence in Jace Card's arm. Haven't seen him throw as much as Ryson Nunez.
Here we go. 4:09. Little Formula 409 on the board here for New Waverly as they're trying to add to the 7-0 lead here in the 4th. Jace Card. I think there was some miscommunication. He was waiting on either Khalil Major or Nathan Dipry. They never came, and so Jace Card ran with it, only a few short yards up. And here we go. This is going to be an opportunity here for our good buddy down there, Trey Sherwin.
Trey, 4-star Cole's kicking camp kicker.
Where is the line of scrimmage at here? 20, do we say 22? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it looks about the 22.
Well, boy, that's going to be a 39. That's within his range, but this one is short. I don't know if anyone's hand got on it. Field goal, no good. we'll call it from 39. And that's a tough break because 3:33 to go here in this fourth. New Waverly is only leading by 7.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see the Bulldogs come away with some points right there to put this game away, but Bulldogs' tough defense going to come back out and hopefully make a stop to put this one away.
So Warren will take over on downs from their own 22-yard line. We saw a healthy, I never heard of a healthy dose of running from James Barlow and Zach Redwine on their 6th possession just moments ago. But here we go. Here is the snap, gonna go back over to the back, looking to pass, throws over his right shoulder. This one intercepted as well. And here we go, 40, 30, 25, 20 on his way. Kenton Reese, touchdown!
Go Kenton.
Kenton Reese, flags fly at the end. But once again, October 31st is here tonight in September. Kenton Reese takes it to the house. Touchdown, New Waverly on the INT. Pick 6.
Yeah, those are dead ball fouls. That touchdown should stand.
On the interception, number 11, Kenton Reese runs it back for a touchdown.
We'll call it a 40-yard interception return for a touchdown. His second takeaway.
Looks like Coach Schaub's talking to Kenton right now. Maybe having some harsh words exchanged.
Yeah, it's maybe a little post celebration. Going to throw some flags here, but nonetheless, that should be a touchdown. Still haven't seen it go up. It is a touchdown.
The signal, it is a touchdown. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike
Yeah, we really can put
conduct.
this PAT through the uprights. It may put this one to bed.
3:19 to go. It is currently 13-0.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense and the defense.
Boy, that's the way you respond. How about that defense tonight? Kenton Reese, 2 takeaways. I think he's 3 takeaways in 2 games now.
Yeah, very, very strong streak that Kenton's been on.
And here is Trey
Sherwin.
Sherwin.
Breaking out too.
Sherwin with the extra point try. The kick, the hold is going to be from Dipree. I think, is Hathorn the snapper?
Should be Jackson.
Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's on its way. It's good. New Waverly extends it 14-0. The insurance coming late, but the policy is good. It's been paid. We'll step aside and take a break. 3:19 to go on the Hello Huntsville 4th. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
All right, well, here we go. 3:19 to go in the Hello Huntsville 4th. Trey Sherwin set to kick this one away. Nice under on the right toe. This one will bounce. Drops!
Muffed.
And Warren, did they get back on that ball? It's all over the place. New Waverly signals that they have it. And we will see. That was muffed. A lot of the Bulldog players are saying yes. New Waverly, nope. It's going to stay with Warren. Well, a few moments ago for New Waverly, a drive for Warren that was on their own 22, and then all of a sudden, Kenton Reese, pick 6 to the house. The extra point kick by Trey Sherwin was good. It extends the lead 14-0 with just over 3 minutes to go in the Hello Huntsville 4th. That is your Double Dave scoring drive recap. Double Dave's in Huntsville. We appreciate you, Kathleen Stone. Go by and see her. Tell her you heard about us here on this broadcast. Hey, they got a buffet over there at Double Dave's. It's really good. That's Double Dave's Pizza. Get it while it's hot.
Bulldog defense will be looking to close this one out. Keep that goose egg. Coach Miller, big fan of the
second consecutive year that they've handed Warren a goose egg as well, if they can do it. Warren from their own 29, I think is where it's spotted. They're going to lose a yard here.
Yeah, strong first play by the Bulldog defense. Like to keep that momentum for the rest of this drive.
Appreciate everybody joining us on the YouTube stream tonight. A lot of fans here cheering on New Waverly. Here's a little sweep again, a little give and go action. New Waverly read that one easily. How about that? TD2 coming up with the original hold and the tackle there on the running back. That was Zach Redwine.
Yeah, really.
TD2 dancing down there, man.
Good edge presence by Deuce right there. Good play.
His brother, I don't want to misspeak. I know he's got a cast on, I would assume a broken arm or an injured, obviously an injured arm. Sure are missing TD3 out there, though. Here's third down and a long 13. Fumble in the backfield, rolls to the 10. Here with it is Mashaw, and he's trying to turn this back into some positive yardage, and he won't. He's going to lose even more back just outside the 20-yard line. Good defense again.
Yeah, Jackson's going to clean his clock right there. Should have got rid of that one.
Rose Buckner joining us, saying great job, Bulldogs. How about Stephen Bradford cheering on Khalil Major? Rosie Sally saying let's go Dogs as well. And if you want to text in, you can do that as well. You can text us on the Bulldog fan text line at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105. We are at that 2-minute warning. Didn't have that last year. Now the second and the fourth quarters, you got that 2-minute warning here in high school ball. How much of an impact does that make on a game?
2-minute warning is important. Definitely can shift the momentum. Just the pause and play. Very helpful for offenses, obviously. If you're playing from behind, want to conserve as much clock as possible. But for the Bulldogs, I'm sure they would rather have that clock run right now.
Yeah, just run that. That's when it becomes not a friend in some of these close, tight games. But when you're talking 2 minutes, it's going to be a pretty big uphill battle. Although anything's possible. Both New Waverly has 3 timeouts remaining. Warren has 2, but I mean they've got to go almost 75 yards down, get an onside kick, and take it in again. It's not going to be one of those touchdown and a field goals. They've got to get into the end zone twice to have a chance here in this one.
Yeah, for a team like Warren, who is a majority run, this is very, very tough odds for them right now.
I like what Lavena said. She said, leave them with the emu egg.
Yeah, Miller buy them donuts if they keep the goose egg. So I'm sure they're all thinking about that.
Not sure what happened here. There may have been a personal foul. Is that what happened? They moved the ball up here. I didn't see any flags.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
In any case, the ball's going to advance past the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Bulldogs going to keep that intensity they came out with right here.
37 yards. Sure would be nice to see another Kenton Reese pick 6. There's a tackle, not much on the running room there. A little lateral running down the other side, and Barlow had nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard or 2. They're going to call it a 2-yard loss. 2nd down and 12 coming up.
Yeah, great defense right there. Dogs just swarming to the ball, exactly like they're taught. Keep that same intensity for the rest of the series, and they'll get out of here with the W and the goose egg.
By the way, Melanie Schwartzer saying, hey, Brody, from Miss S.
Oh, my goodness, Miss S.
Here, wait, give her a wave. We'll go into the hits booth real quick. There you go, Brody. Give her a wave.
Miss S, you're very missed.
There we go, man.
The college professors aren't as cool as you.
2nd down and 12. Low snap. Barlow picks it up right side, able to move through defenders. Good healthy run here as he gets across the 40. Still short of that first down marker, but give that young man credit. He's got some fight left in him.
That's typical of Warren right there. They're going to fight until the end. No matter what the scoreboard says, no matter win, lose, or draw, they're going to fight this thing out.
Luke Dahl with the stop there. It's 3rd down and 3 from the 44. Ball on the right hash, 3rd and 3. Here is Barlow again. Barlow stopped, not going to get there. Forward progress will put him a yard short of the marker to bring up 4th down and 1. 36 seconds to go. Timeout called on the field by Warren. We'll stay right here with them.
Bulldogs have got to be careful to not overcommit to anything and allow a big play somewhere else right here. It's very fourth and 1 is a very dangerous situation for a defense for that reason.
I feel bad. I lied to the folks out there. I told them I was going to get some football scores for them with the district. You know, this is the district opener. I came on this afternoon, and I got through my monologue that I always do at the beginning, and I was sitting here saying one final game before district and just didn't even think about, this is the district opener.
Yeah, this is it.
I appreciate the folks at New Waverly for sticking with me.
I believe New Waverly has Newton next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Newton. That's going to be a big one. Moo and Pawpaw there from Iola saying, great job, Brody. We appreciate your help tonight. So that is great. Appreciate you, Brody, and all the fans texting in. So we're getting close to this one being over. As Miss Kane said, it's over. Not yet. We got 36 seconds.
Let's see.
4th down and 1. Could be here. Low snap, bobbled, down on the ground. New Waverly defense going to stop them. That will do it. How about that? What a great way for that New Waverly defense to end the ball game.
Yeah, great.
They'll have to
great
take
way
a
to
knee.
end it right there. Offense going to come out there, kneel this thing out, get out of here with a great win. Great way to open district.
Coach Schaub giving him a high five. I just love Coach Schaub. Good man, been here for a decade and loves this team, loves this community.
Turned like 150 the other day.
Who, Schaub?
Yeah, it was his birthday.
We'll go back. We'll clip that for him. I'll send it to him. All right, bro. That was Brody, by the way, Coach. And that'll do it. New Waverly with the dub tonight. We'll trick down here on the scoreboard.
As the clock runs down.
From 20 seconds or so. And there are some updates tonight. Let's go over that scoreboard real quick. Well, let's wait. Can you hang out maybe 5 minutes post-game?
Sure.
All right. I don't want to take anything. I know you got some friends here, but I'll let you do the post-game wrap-up with me. Does that sound all right? Just for a few moments. So
good.
We'll take a break. That Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up coming up when we come back. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football. Winners tonight, 14-0 to open district play.
Final whistle is blown. This chapter of the season has been written. Time now for the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up. Here's Rob Hipp.
And Brody Awato, 14-0 New Waverly victorious here tonight. We'll take it here into the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Brody, thanks for hanging out with us up here tonight. As New Waverly opens up district play, a much-needed win. They now have 2 wins in a row under their belt, one of them coming from non-district play versus Huntington. And tonight, a 14-0 victory for the 2nd consecutive year, putting what Miss Kane called the emu egg on the Warren Warriors tonight. You played for this team. You've been here. You're graduated now, playing for Southwestern, a D3. How important is it for this win streak going against a Newton team that we know is going to be tough? And, boy, that game's going to be on the road, too.
It's always hard to play Newton. It's harder if you go in with a loss the week before. You want to have as much confidence as possible when you're playing against Newton. You got to be high on yourself, high but never too high, and never too low. There's a happy medium. You got to be focused, but you can't be scared to play against them. You got to believe in yourself.
Is that Newton game always one that's circled on the calendar every year?
Always.
You know, and what does the coaching staff tell the players, though? Like, don't think about that one right now. Do you only think about that game when you get to that week? I mean, what is it? Because I know as the players, they're thinking about that game at the beginning of the year, right?
Newton is always on our minds, or at least was when I was playing. Always a big one. A goal is always, when are we going to finally take one from them? When are we going to finally take it to them? A few years we've gotten close, but we've never fully succeeded. So I'm sure it's always in back of Coach Schaub's mind, but I definitely think they don't want to focus on it too early.
What's going on right there? I always like to ask players this. Right now in that huddle, what's the coaching staff? You know, Coach Schaub's not down there talking. Who is that talking? Is that Chad down there talking?
That is Coach Miller.
What's he saying to the guys right now?
Good job. A lot of things to work on. Y'all missed too many tackles.
just right there and done, right?
I'm sure he may not have said them like that, but or in that order, but all those things are getting said.
Game ball, Kenton Reese, for sure. He takes it 2 times tonight, one of them a pick 6. For the defense, a great game. There's a lot of momentum for that defense. I know some things that obviously every game you got to work on, but that's some good momentum heading into Newton.
Oh, yeah. You want to have as much momentum as possible coming into play them. Defensively especially. Newton runs a weird offense. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it works. And your defense got to play hard if you want to have a chance.
Well, here's what you're looking at next week. Newton 54-7, and that's only in the third quarter with 4:54 to go.
That's Anderson, though.
Newton 54-7 over Anderson Shiro.
It's just the Owls.
And then Trinity. Hey, man, we were wanting that for Tom Zach. The good, bad, and ugly. Is that your phone ringing?
That is my phone.
Yeah, we wanted that. That's Zeke Barahel calling. We better let you go,
he
man.
Can wait. He can wait.
He can wait. All right.
He didn't want to come tonight.
But the good, bad, and ugly, I want that sounder. I was going to load it for Tom Zach just because I think I like Tomahawk every time he makes a tackle, man. That's what we're going to go for. A couple of other scores real quick. Trinity losing on the road at Woodville tonight. That just wrapped up the third quarter, 55-28. Woodville all over it. And then some other games I was just keeping an eye on. I have no idea why. But Hemp Hill taking on a non-UIL Houston Kippa West 41-0. They probably won't be doing that one anymore. So
is Hemp Hill back in the district?
They're not in our district. No, I just follow them for some reason. I have no idea. They were stuck on my score sheet. Well, Brody, I know you want to go, man. Real quick, just some final thoughts before you head out, man.
Happy to be here. Honored to be up in the booth. Probably the only Bulldog football game I'll get to make this year. So I'm glad I got to see him play a good game, win one. A lot of great individual efforts tonight. You know, Kenton Reese, Jackson Hathorn, Khalil Major, to name a few. Good win for the Bulldogs. Nothing like winning at home.
There you go, man. I gotta get a selfie live on the air. You ready, man?
Yes, sir.
There it is, brother. All right, well, I know you got to get rolling. I'm going to wrap it up the rest of the way from here, but there he is, Brody Watto. Good handshake, Brody. And congratulations. We're so proud of you, man. God's doing such great work in your life. Keep him first, and everything else will fall into place. And I know you do, man. You're a great young man, and what a privilege it was for me to call your games, and now for you to get to sit in here in the booth. It was a privilege for me to have you here tonight. So thank you for being here, young man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, there he is. Tell your pops hello for me. I love that, man. He's one of my good friends, man. So tell him hello for me.
Of course.
All righty. There he is, Brody Watto. We'll have to keep up with him as he continues his great work at Southwestern University. Thanks, Brody. Well, hey, we're going to continue real quick. I always like to run down the rest of the game. This is the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up. New Waverly victorious tonight, taking care of business, shutting out Warren 14-0. Let's go back through the game. I know I did this in the first half, but we'll go back through it here and look at the first half and then look at the second half as well. Both teams tonight touching the ball at least 8 times. We'll go back to the first quarter. Warren, New Waverly won the coin toss. They elected to receive first, so they started this ball game with the first possession, started on their own 39-yard line, resulted in a turnover on down at the 8:15 mark. Then Warren gets the ball from their own 26. It was just the start of a fantastic night tonight for this Bulldog defense. They forced a punt out of Warren with 4:09 to go. New Waverly gets it back for the second time. They start from their own 45-yard line, but then it's the Warren Warrior defense saying, if you can force a punt, we can force a punt too. That happened at the 2:02 mark when New Waverly had to punt it away. The second possession for Warren started on their own 19-yard line as we moved into the second quarter, but once again, it was a 4th down and 1, and the New Waverly Bulldog defense able to hold them. A turnover on downs and a huge tackle by Dub Simmons to force that turnover on downs. That happening at the 10:43 mark. New Waverly gets it for the third time. They start on the Warren 48-yard line, and that was where the first score came in. They convert on a 4th down and 1. That ultimately leads to a 2-yard run into the end zone by Travia Davis II. And at the 4:44 mark, after a Trey Sherwin field goal, it was New Waverly 7, Warren 0. The third possession of the night for the Warren Warriors starts on their own 24-yard line. And that was the weird play, a blocked punt. I believe it was Jackson Hathorn that got in there, blocked the punt, but it goes right off the numbers of the punter, bounces into his hands. He runs it for 20 yards, ends up turning that 4th and very long into a first down. The only problem was the Bulldog defense a little too much tonight. They ultimately forced another punt, and it goes right back to New Waverly, that at the 122 mark, still in the first half, but we were in the slot construction second quarter at that moment. 4th possession of the night for the New Waverly Bulldogs. They start on their own 35, but it was a quick bam, 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 3 and out for New Waverly. They have to punt it away with just under a minute to go. And then Warren had it for the 4th and final time of that first half. They start from their own 42-yard line. It was a 31-yard field goal by Jesus Morales, an attempt. Unfortunately, it goes wide to the right, and that keeps the goose egg on the scoreboard. That resulted at the end of the half. There was just 2 seconds to go. As we go through the Nelson Amaya Collision Center halftime and come out of it, the 5th possession of the night, starting off in that third quarter for Warren. They start on their own 32. It was Kenton Reese for his 1 of 2 interceptions tonight. New Waverly gets it on the Warren 40, but unfortunately they turn it over on downs. And that was a really long, I don't want to say long, it was a really fast third quarter because each team only touching the ball once or so. As we move into the fourth quarter, it's the 6th possession for Warren. They start on their own 18-yard line. But once again, it's the New Waverly defense forcing him a turnover on downs as they take him down to 4th and 13. New Waverly gets it back for the 6th time tonight, starts on their own 28-yard line. There was a huge 55-yard run by Khalil Major. That sets up a 39-yard field goal attempt for Trey Sherwin. Unfortunately, it goes low. Don't know if a hand got on it. Trey's usually able to get those up, and we've seen him kick one from 39 or 40 this season. Wind, not a factor. Don't know if someone got a finger on it. Nonetheless, the field goal is no good. That happening at the 3:33 mark there in the Oak Ridge third. We move into the 7th possession for Warren. They start on, or for Warren, they start on their own 22-yard line, and then it is the 2nd interception of the night for Kenton Reese of the New Waverly Bulldogs. This time, though, it's 40 yards to the house, 3:19 to go at that point in the ball game. Kenton Reese, after a Trey Sherwin extra point kick, is good. New Waverly goes up 14-0. We go into the 8th possession for Warren. They start on their own 29, a turnover on downs at the 29-second mark, and then New Waverly obviously gets the ball back. They're able to take a knee, and that's all she wrote, friends. New Waverly goes on victorious tonight, 14-0. They ride into Newton on a 2-game win streak, but they open up district play with that critical win to get started. It's going to be a tough one next week, but New Waverly does have that momentum riding in. Well, friends, that'll wrap it up. Great game here tonight in New Waverly. If you get a chance, come to Bulldog Stadium. It's always a lot of fun. I want to give a special shout-out to James Mashi, helping us with the camera upstairs, always doing a fantastic job, and Brody Watto for coming on in the second half, giving me a hand as well. And, hey, friends, if you're ever out and about and you said, I want to give that a shot, let me know. Come up here. Hang out in the booth with me. Give me a heads up first so we can talk during the week, but I'd love to have you come up here and hang out with me. It's always a lot of fun to call these New Waverly Bulldogs. A special thank you as well, obviously, to head coach and athletic director Dean Schaub, Superintendent Darrell Hale, the principal here at New Waverly High School, Chris Drain, and the assistant principal, Ashley Scott. Such wonderful folks, great administrators here at New Waverly who love your kids and they want them to succeed, not only on this field, but most importantly, as they go through their high school career. Well, that'll wrap it up again. Final tonight, 14, New Waverly, 0 for Warren. New Waverly gets that critical win to open up district play. We'll see you on the road next week as we take on the Newton Eagles. Going to be a tough matchup, but we're looking forward to it. You can catch the action right here on SHN Sports and the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. For James Mashi, Brody Watto, I'm Rob Hipp, reminding you tonight, friends, that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, so please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there tonight needs you. Keep the Lord first. Good night, and God bless from New Waverly, Texas. We'll see you back next Friday. So long, everyone.